Get ready, start. The UPA government, in partnership with industry, is making large investments to build a non discriminatory next generation's telecommunications network across India. Our objective is to connect our farmers and panchayats in addition to our cities to high speed internet. We believe this will improve governance, particularly the delivery of social services such as education and healthcare, make government departments more efficient, transparent, and accountable, allow people to communicate with their friends and loved ones anywhere in the world at affordable prices, and allow everyone to access information in real time. We are even working to convert content into regional languages so that the internet in India becomes multilingual, a global first, and no one gets left behind. Therefore, to suggest that the UPA government is trying to curb the spread of the internet or social media in particular, or curtail people's freedom of speech is far from the truth. Instead, the government is looking at a far more pragmatic and multi stakeholder approach to address internet related issues and is decisively against government control over the internet. All over the world, the internet is governed by law. India too must have its own laws for the internet, just as we have laws that govern other media such as print, TV, and radio, as well as the physical world. However, these internet laws have led to confusion and misconceptions about the government wanting to muzzle free speech on the internet. The IT Act 2000 only provides a legislative framework for India's cyber world, broadly covering communications, piracy, fraud, theft, security, law and order, and defamation. Leaving India's internet lawless, I am sure one would agree, is neither prudent nor in line with global practices. We also know that the internet, its usage patterns and applications are multidimensional, dynamic, and evolving dynamically, not just in India but overseas too. Understanding these implications, it is critical for us to up to date with technological and global trends while framing laws and communicating guidelines for their implementation. We need to apply foresight while modifying our laws and ensure that existing laws are not abused or even inadvertently misused. In the case of Palghar arrests, where innocent girls were arrested under various IPC provisions and Section 66A of the IT Act, the Ministry of Communications and IT said unitedly and unequivocally that the Maharashtra police had wrongly applied the IT Act as well as the stringent provisions of the IPC. However, our words are not enough. It's not always that our media highlights such cases or succeeds in getting ministers to opine on them. What we really require are legal and administrative changes on the ground that renew our youth's confidence in their inalienable freedoms of speech and expressions and allow them to continue to perceive the internet as a fun and informative media. It is in this context that the departments of electronics and IT under the Ministry of Communications and IT decided to issue guidelines relating to the application of Section 66A of the IT Act. The power to use this section after someone has lodged a complaint has been given only to senior police officers.